Hey you guys, it's me Kianna coming at you again today, and I'm still in the kitchen as you can see, and I walked you through how to fix this tofu teriyaki stir fry. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys, because I don't do editing to my videos. I wanted to show you guys how you can actually assemble this and what is the purpose of making so much at one time. First of all, I found that it's more economical doing it like this. Because what I can do is just basically pair up, and that's the beauty of a stir fry. You can pair a stir fry, or including a stir fry, anything that's on sale, anything you have left over in your fridge, any vegetables that right before they go bad. This is a great way to use those veggies. So what I did was I made a stir fry with just a whole bunch of vegetables. If you want to know what I included in this, make sure you check out the video right before this. And one of the reasons why I fix things like this is because I am one that likes to store items. So I use containers like these. That way, Nene and I, and also Pootie, because he does eat some of these items as well, that way we're able to have stuff on the go. We're able to have it immediately when we want it. We just have to pop it in the microwave and boom, we're done. So we don't have to pay for the convenience that many people have to pay to have these microwave dishes, because I just sit down when I have some extra time or when Pootie's taking his nap and fix things like this, store it in the freezer, and you can do this to like several different meals. And that way you already have things on hand and you have a variety. That way you don't have to worry about impulse eating. Just like we impulse shop, we impulse eat as well. So this is a great dish to fix. It's budget friendly, it's delicious. And I wanted to also show you that you can pair it, like I said in the other video, you can pair it with all different kinds of noodles if you like, or you can use brown rice. In my case, I used this because I already had it in my pantry from couponing a long time ago. That's the beauty of me still having stockpile. And this is just simply some ready to serve little containers of brown rice. So you could put that in there as well. Or like I said, you can use any kind of noodles. And this is how it looks when it's all done. Now I'm doing this video because I wanted to show you basically the transformation, okay? Because a lot of people are afraid of these things. A lot of people, because we have it drilled in our head that we don't eat like this, or we wasn't grown, you know, we didn't grow up eating like this. So we automatically have these things programmed in our head that they're not going to taste that great. And what I try to do is I share these videos so that you guys can, we can all together break out of that mindset. So I wanted to show you, you saw how I did to get, you know, to prep it and to get ready to saute it. Well, right now I'm going to show you how I assemble it, and also the transition or the transformation from the video before, when it was just completely raw veggies that had no seasoning, no flavor besides just the natural flavoring of a veggie, and the basically assembling it. Okay, this is how the rice looks once it's done. You just simply pop this in the microwave. It says pop it in the microwave for 60 seconds, but I found that to basically get it the way I wanted it, I put it in there for almost 4 minutes. Okay, now that may depend on the watts of your microwave and all of that good stuff, but I put mine in there for 4 minutes. So I use both because we're going to make a big bowl of this, and then we're going to break it down in portions and just go ahead and freeze it or refrigerate it or whatever, so we have it on hand. Again, check the other video. You'll be able to see actually all that I included in this. It's a bunch of veggies, but this is how it looks when it's all stir fried. You see the big portion. Now, also to fill you in, I only used literally half of the veggies. I used all of the veggies that you saw, but I used half of those portions that I showed you. For instance, the cauliflower, I just used a little bit of it. So all of the items I showed you, I used in this stir fry, but you don't have to use the whole head of cauliflower, the whole package of celery. You don't have to use the whole, you know, the whole bulb of fresh garlic. You don't have to use all of it. I'm just showing you what I used, okay? And this firm tofu turned into this. Now this is a great glimpse, you guys, because I know a lot of you guys are afraid of tofu. Trust me, I was there too. Trust me, I was. But I'm trying to show you guys, if you season it well and you prepare it, you know, so it can have a lot of flavor, it's just like chicken. It really, really is. And it's certain key points or key things that you want to do to make it like chicken. Again, go back to that video, because one of the major points I told you guys in that video. But also season it. You see me actually seasoning what I used in that video. But this is what it looks like, you guys. For you guys that are afraid of tofu, that is what it looks like once it's seasoned and everything. It's just like chicken, you guys. It really is. It really, really is. It's just scary how we can manipulate food, and that tells you how much they actually put into the food, because we shouldn't be able to mimic food, or we shouldn't be able to mimic meat. And it tastes very, very similar if it's in fact all just fresh meat. You understand what I'm saying? Do you really understand what I'm saying? The concept I'm trying to convey to you guys. If they wasn't using all these fillers and things like that, then it wouldn't be able to be mimicked so easily. You understand? So it just goes to show that, yeah, it's a lot of things that we don't know about that's in food. And this just gives us I've enjoyed doing this and being a vegetarian, because it's given me more of control of what I'm actually eating. Because even when we're dieting, you guys, if people diet and things like that, you still don't know technically all that you're eating. You control your carbs, you control your calories, but we don't control totally what we're eating. And being a vegetarian, I'm still not able to control everything, because even organic is not totally free from all pesticides. That's one of the things that people don't understand. Organic, by the FDA standards, doesn't mean 100% free from any chemicals or pesticides. It's a certain percentage that they're able to put on a package that says organic, but it doesn't have to be 100%, and more than likely it's not 100%. But you know, I'm one of those people that I like to research everything, so I'm not going to get into that, because then I'll get into, you know, people focusing on the wrong thing. And but just look it up. That's all I say. So we're going to go ahead and mix the tofu and the rice, and then we're going to add our sauce. I told you guys, make sure you add your sauce at the very end. Why? Because then you're using less of it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add our sauce. We're going to add the brown rice and also the tofu. I'm doing it in a huge bowl because it's such a big portion. And even though usually what you would do is heat it all together in a pan together while you're mixing all these items, you have to understand that I'm storing these items. I'm storing this in individual containers. And because I'm storing it, it's going to heat up together in the microwave when I'm ready to eat it. So it's really not necessary to actually mix it together with the heat on while I'm mixing this together, because it's going to be heated anyway. All right, so basically it's just giving you less steps to do. And also I'm able to, because of the angle of my stove and how I usually set my computer, I can't really show you guys me mixing things. That's why I always do the videos like this. I can't show you guys me mixing things at the stove with the laptop. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I don't have a regular camera. I'm using the camera that's included in my computer, the webcam. All right, so we're going to go ahead and mix all this together, needless to say. So I'm going to go ahead and pan the camera down. I'm going to show you guys how to do this. And shall we? Alrighty. So, as you can see, we have all our veggies. They're still piping hot. Everything is included. And we're going to go ahead and mix in our brown rice. Alright. Just going to dump it. Again, this is something that is optional. You can eat it without it. That's up to you. You can also save those little containers if you wanted to and store some of this in it. And if you wanted a small portion one day, in between meals or whatever. You can just use those containers I just used with the rice. I utilize everything. It's crazy because when you become a vegetarian, you become more aware of things, and it often branches off into not just your foods. I know for a fact once I go on juicing, I'm going to become even more enlightened and aware, and I so look forward to that because that's a you know, it makes you become one more with yourself. It also gives you a deeper level of spirituality. It also, if you use it properly, it gives you a closer relationship to God as well. So this is how it looks. Now we literally spent a couple of dollars, you guys. I spent probably for this size, you guys, with the tofu included, I probably spent about $4. Yeah, not I know I didn't pay more than $4, but mind you, if you was to go to the carry out, you would definitely not get nowhere near this, and they would charge you about $7.99. Okay, so it's $7.99, $8 they would charge you per portion. I'm going to make probably about, out of all of this, I probably make about 8 portions, you guys. I paid $4, and that includes my meat like product as well. All right, so we've already stirred all of the brown rice with the veggies. We're going to go ahead and include the tofu, and as you see I told you it was going to break up a little bit, just like chicken. You know, it's nothing different. It's just not meat. All right, and we're just going to go ahead and stir that all up as well. Now you don't have to use a sauce. That's up to you. This is all optional, and that's why I share these videos as well, because I want to basically give you ideas so that you can branch off and do things to your liking. But long as you have the basis and the idea, that's my goal, to give you that. Alright, and this looks delicious by itself, you guys. You can literally just eat this just like this. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and show you how it looks. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to take it a step further. We're going to add a little bit of low sodium soy sauce, and to make it a teriyaki tofu stir fry, and that's what this is, you're going to use some teriyaki sauce. Okay, this is brand new, so I'm going to go ahead and open this up. You're not going to need a lot, and for the fact that you're using 8 portions, you're eating this 8 times, it's not going to give you a whole bunch of extra carbs. It's not going to give you a whole bunch of extra calories, and it's not, believe it or not, it's not going to give you a whole bunch of extra sugar. Why? Because the amount I'm using is going to be spread out over 8 portions. Okay, so before anybody even goes there, I'm going to go ahead and break it down to you. This serves 15 people. So for portions for 8, like this is going to be, I can use half of this container. I'm not even going to use the recommended amount of portions. Okay, now if I was to use half of the container, it's 20 calories per serving. So if you just basically times 8, that's 160 calories that you're adding extra to this dish. Again, 160 calories just from the sauce, but you're breaking that up over 8 servings. So if it's 160 over 8 servings, that means it's like basically just to add this extra sauce and to add this extra wonderful flavor, you're looking at you're adding 20 calories per serving, you guys. That's not a lot at all. And also, if you go by the sugars, if someone is concerned about the sugars, it's 5 grams of sugar per serving. Okay, so if you're looking at 8 servings, you're looking at 40 grams of sugar. Yes, that may seem a lot, but again, you're breaking that 40 grams up over 8 servings. Okay, so you're getting what? You're probably getting about, I would say, 8 servings and it's 40, so you're getting probably, what is that, about 5? You're getting about 5 grams of sugar. I guarantee you, if you look on the back of things that you eat, whether you're on a low carb diet or a low calorie diet, you are going to be consuming at least 5 grams of sugar. So, you know, I'm just letting you know this entire dish, because None of these things have any sugar in it. So if you choose to add a little bit of this, it's not going to be a deal breaker. It's not going to make you feel guilty. It's not going to be unhealthy. It actually is still healthy, because where you're making sure your item, the bulk of your meal doesn't have any sugar, you're going to add this teeny bit of sugar, which is only giving you 5 grams per serving. Okay? Had to give you a sauce 101 and why it actually is not that bad to use it, as long as you're using it in the right way and you're also adding it up properly. Okay? Now again, I can use half of this and the breakdown that I gave you would still be valid. But we're not going to use half. You know why we don't have to use half? Because we're using this tip that I just gave you guys. Believe it or not, right there is enough. And as you can see, I did not use half. I don't know if the angle of the camera is showing it properly, but it's right here. So I used about that much. Okay, I'll hold it up to you so you can see it when I finish, you guys. All right, that is enough. Why? Because I don't want it drowned in sauce. That's another thing. I can control these things when I'm fixing my own foods, and you don't have to worry about it being time consuming, you guys, because take some time that you would normally watch an extra TV show or maybe talk on the phone. Put your phone on speakerphone, run your mouth, and go ahead and talk to your girlfriend. Put the movie, angle the TV so that you can see it in the kitchen, and sit and do this. So it doesn't take any extra time. It's about using your time wisely. That's all it's about, managing your time wisely. We're going to add a little bit of this soy sauce, you guys. This has zero, because it's a low soy, has 0 sugar in it, okay? And as far as calorie wise, they said this is 10 servings in this whole bottle. So if I used this whole bottle, well, a little bit less than this whole bottle, that would be for 8 servings. That's what they're recommending. Again, that's what they recommend. But we're not going to use that much, again, because we used the fact that we're smart with it, because we don't have to use these large portions that even they recommend, because we are using it after we've cooked the meal, and we're adding sauce after versus cooking with the sauce. Okay, so I did this so I could show you guys that this is why. All right, and that's enough. Okay, I'm showing you this because this is what I'm saying, that you don't have to use a lot of the sauce. And I gave you guys a tip in the other video of how you can have the sauce, cut the calories, the carbs, or make it just a healthier version of it. Still have that taste, but don't cook with it. Add it after. And I showed you how this looked before, and you'll be able to see as I'm mixing it together. When I zoom in for you, you'll be able to see that you can see the sauce, but it's not drowned. You just want to add that little flavor, just like you would do salt and pepper. You just want to add the sauce as to be like a seasoning versus, you know, part of the entire meal. You want it to be an addition, not the actual meal. Okay? And this is how it all looks. Now you see this big huge portion, and this is how it all looks. So this that you're seeing is budget friendly, healthier version of Chinese food, and I made teriyaki tofu stir fry. All of this for $4. Actually under $4. So just to show you the sauces, we use that much of this. Again, it said this serves 10 people. That's what they recommend. Because I showed you the trick of how to use your sauces properly, we're going to spread this out over 8 servings, this whole big bowl. That's the amount of sauce I use, soy sauce. Now if I would have cooked with that, it would have definitely been way more than that. Teriyaki sauce, this is the amount we used. Again, this says it feeds 15 people. So for this portion of stir fry that I fixed, they would recommend, from their recommendation, that you use half of this. A little bit more than half. You see that I didn't use that. I used about a quarter of this. Okay? Again, cutting it down. And this is the size of the bowl that you made. You see where it starts and where it ends. And this is a huge bowl. I can't see the size, but it says 7 quarts. So half of this is about half a bowl, right? So this is about 3.5 quarts of teriyaki tofu stir fry. And we paid under $4 for it. And it tastes great. So on that note, you guys, you can just simply plate and serve, or put it in your containers like I'm about to do. Break it down in whatever sizes you want. Maybe one day you know you're not going to want a lot. Maybe one day you are going to want a lot. But you can break it down in whatever size you want. These you can get in your local Dollar Tree, 5 for $1. They come in a package. And yeah, so I hope you find this helpful. I'm sorry I had to break it down in 2 videos, but I wanted to show you how we went from A to Z. And I wanted to be able to show you how you can do so as well. And use this as a template. Use this as a template to be able to fix whatever you like, and to be able to incorporate whatever you have in your fridge, whatever may be on sale. That's one of the ways how we can eat healthier and cut our costs down. And stir fries is a great way to do so. Alright, you guys, I hope you found this helpful. I love you all so much. Make sure you tune in later for the rest of my vids. They're going to be helpful, and it's going to also give you some surprises on what I'm about to do, how I'm about to do it, and actually I'm just going to share some things with you guys daily that I've never shared. And I'm going to tell you in those videos what to look forward to when I'm doing that. So, alright, you guys, I love you all so much. Be blessed.